I'm starting it.
All right, go for it.
Hey, what is up, gang? It is Matt with Mikey Designs here, and we are just getting this live stream going, our show, Shop Talk Live. And we apologize that we are running a little behind. It's kind of odd because we were kind of running through the motions of preparing for this show, and we had a client just walk in literally about 10 or 15 minutes before we were about to kick this show off. And oddly enough, it was someone that used to have this space before us, and they own, what is it? Oh, by the way, guys, by the way, Shannon is going to be joining the show today. Shannon, say hello.
Hi, it's my first time. Be nice.
And so basically, this lady, they have a forklift service company, I believe. They do service work on it, and they also own a church in the same complex. And they were going to another shop originally. They saw that we were in their old space and decided, hey, why don't we just go to these guys?
It doesn't count as poaching.
No, it does not. So, I mean, that was really cool having her come in, even though it put us just a touch behind. Not a big deal because this is some of our first shows, anyways, and we are really at this moment kind of waiting for some of you guys to chime in. And it looks like we got about six. Hey, what's going on, Uproar? Audio's good. That's
Thank
awesome,
you.
man. Well, we hope you'll be nice. But again, this is, I believe, our second show and Shannon's first time on it. So Shannon and I have decided that since she was kind of chiming in last time, we're just gonna have her be the co-host of the show. So Shannon the Shop Gnome is now the permanent co-host of this show, and I'm really happy to have her on. So that way, it's not just me chattering all the time, and she has a lot to say as well. Hey, what's up, Rye Beats? Thanks for tuning in. And Shannon,
Hi, Rye Beats.
she's quite knowledgeable in what she has to say. We're both still learning quite a bit, and so it's cool. Hey, what's up, City Prince? Thanks for tuning in, man. So guys, if you're just tuning in, we're giving it a few minutes to for people just to kind of chime in, and then we'll switch to my mug. Shannon does not want to be in the shot, which I don't blame her. But I don't want you guys just looking at this stupid hold screen the whole time. So it's more personal, right?
Yeah.
And can you guys hear Shannon okay? Can everybody hear her okay? Because we literally just started fooling with this last week, and the decision was made to have her join along, and we added a second microphone, and we're just kind of testing the levels and everything. So if you can hear, just Rybeat says he can hear you,
Okay.
so
Great.
that's good. Actually, we did a little test run. Hey, what's up, Jason Inns? Thanks for tuning in, man. And so we were kind of fooling around with it. And I was like, Shannon, for one, used to actually be a radio DJ when she was in college going to A&M. So I was like, man, you should totally join. Why not?
Because
I
I'm
think
spazzy.
I think you have a great radio voice, even bettered my own. I think I don't know. I don't like listening to myself talk, and unfortunately, we got to talk. So, what we're thinking about doing today on the show is talking about expanding your services past screen printing. Expand. We were trying to think of the term. We were brainstorming, and then we had a new client, come in minutes before 7 o'clock. We're trying to hit 7 o'clock every day, but obviously today we couldn't hit 7 on the dot, and that is because people tend to walk in and want quotes immediately. It's still something
For
we're getting used to.
Thursday.
So one of the things we want to talk about is how we go about we screen print in house. We do stickers. We have a plotter. We do stickers, vinyl graphics, and we use our plotter to heat press small numbers of shirts. But we also, here this past year and towards late last year, started offering embroidery and what's known as quote unquote promotional products, which includes things like stickers, business cards, letterheads, flyers, banners, all that stuff. And it's just kind of a little bit of an extra revenue stream for us a lot of times to kind of fill in the gaps with screen printing. Although I can't really say it's exactly filling in the gaps as much as it is just keeping us super busy. So we're going to talk about that a little bit today. We're going to give it maybe another minute. We're right at about 7 minutes. We give it another minute, and then we will go ahead and kick our little intro, turn the microphone to my ugly mug, and we'll dive into expanding your services. And just if any of you guys have any screen printing questions, feel free to ask. We'll dive into that as well. Shannon, do you have anything to add at the moment?
Well, just as a disclaimer, I'm only mentioning this because a client actually said this to me, and I just want to make sure everyone knows. I'm not 17. This is not a part-time job. I'm 31 years old. I'm the manager. I just have a high-pitched voice, so I promise I'm an actual adult and I know what I'm talking about. The client actually came up, told me, she was like, oh, like all I could think was, bless her heart. She's 17 years old, working so hard at her part-time job. And I'm like, I'm 31 and I actually run this, so thanks, cool, awesome. But a big thing that I do want to point out, or not point out, but mention is Matt's the one that's going to know all about the screen printing. He's going to know about, the artistry in it. I'm not really an artist. Well, not in the way that he is.
She's lying. She's quite the artist. She's
draw.
just modest about it.
I can draw a little, but I can't work the magic he does with like the Photoshop or anything. But I do have my own personal experiences. My entire professional career has been based around marketing and sales and client relations. So if you guys have a lot of questions about that, I'll be the one that will be able to help you.
Jason N says, "Shop gnome, prove it. Get on camera." Well, I don't.
I'm not wearing makeup. Maybe next time.
She's
I'm camera
not.
shy.
She's camera shy, and she doesn't like really being the center of attention. And as far as proving some of her artwork quality, she's got a picture she drew in here that I can stick in front of the camera.
Don't you dare.
What?
Oh my god.
When I first met Shannon, this is the piece of art that she had, and I told her, I was like, "That's amazing." I think it made me feel kind of small because it was. I think it's excellent. I haven't done a hand drawn anything really in quite some time. I just get in the computer and knock it out.
Now
So.
we just sound like we're just complimenting each other. Let's cut on screen, huh?
Okay, so anyway, I'm not. Your artwork sucks.
Oh, bite me.
Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and kick this over to the camera, so that way you guys can see me, and we'll kind of get this thing going. So let's go ahead and kick the little intro, shall we? At least I hope this is the intro.
No worries, Jason.
Hey, what is up, everybody? Matt here with Mikey Designs. We appreciate you guys tuning in. And this is our second show and Shannon's very first show to officially join the show, because she was kind of down over here somewhere. I think you guys might have seen her head last time, and she was handing me notes, and there was stuff that I just forgot. There were questions that I forgot as well. And aside from her beating me over the head with a notebook,
It was tempting.
which she says it was tempting, which kind of scares me a little bit. So she is on the show. She is on the show and going to be an official part of the show. And she'll chime in as whenever she feels like she needs to say a little something. Give her 2 cents, which I think is awesome. How do you feel about it?
I'm excited.
Plus, I think it's cool because having Shannon on board makes our little deal a little more unique than everybody else's out there, that at least that has to deal with screen printing. So I'm excited to have her on. Okay, guys, so one of the things we wanted to talk about, or I wanted to talk about personally, because I've had some questions in the past and have asked a few people, would they be interested in knowing how us as screen printers, what we do is we screen print, we heat press, do vinyl stickers like I had mentioned a little bit earlier. And we, as of recent, I'll kind of give you a little bit of a backstory. There was some things going on in my life towards where screen printing had kind of slowed down, because I had moved from the southwest side of town all the way to the northeast side of town, which is basically 60 miles in Houston. Houston is, you have to excuse me hitting the microphone, but Houston is ginormous. And so it kind of hurt the business a little bit. And I took, during the slow season, which the slow season, I don't know how many of you guys out there are full-time screen printing, but the slow season's right around the time you need money the most. Christmas, New Year's, and then things don't really kick back in until school comes back in. People get their income tax in, so it kind of really, the ball gets rolling. What would you say about March, April?
I was so bored.
Yeah, that's why one of the reasons I had a lot of time.
In April.
It did kick back up in April. It was crazy. It
But
kicked back up when we were moving
But think
into the
about it,
new
though.
space.
You actually had the ability this time to answer the phones because you didn't quit until April last time. So you
That's
actually
true.
were available. But March
Yeah.
and February were rough.
It was. So what? So what? I was getting at is I took a part-time job for about, I would say from December to April, and then I started losing a lot of clients, and that freaked me out. I couldn't keep up with it, so I quit my job, that part-time job that I had at least, on my birthday, April 4th. So that was
Happy birthday
really
to you.
interesting. Jason Ends, he says,
Yeah, I saw that.
can we see her artwork? Hold on, let me go back, and you're supposed to be on top of these comments, Shannon.
I thought
What
no
is
one to interrupt.
going on?
You were on a spiel.
Okay, so if you don't mind reading back through some of these
Okay,
comments,
so,
if there's something I missed, I'm
No,
going
it's
that
just like,
Jason.
That's the only thing. They
I'm
want to
gonna
see the
go grab
artwork,
that artwork.
and City Prints Screen Printing says I can't even get my wife to answer the phone while I take a piss. Wait, what are you doing?
Here we go. This is her artwork. That's hand drawn. That's pretty amazing. I just embarrassed Shannon just a little bit.
It's my first time on here, and this is what you're doing. Oh my god, I'm gonna crawl in a hole.
Jason wanted to see the artwork.
Well, well, there you go, Jason. Artwork shown.
So, there you go, Jason. Just
thank you, Rybeats.
shown you a little bit. See, I think so too. She's, I tell her that her artwork is really awesome.
But on the fun side, I did do my first mock-up that was approved by a client.
She did. It took a load off of my plate with doing all the design work, because she is
Thank you, Jason.
very talented when it comes to artwork. She doesn't know it. And she did some mock-ups, and I thought that was awesome. I thought it was awesome because really and truly, so the situation is how we run our operation is, so I started this business and did it all. Did the phone calls, the quotes, the mock-ups, the printing. Shannon eventually joined in and started stacking t-shirts. I tried showing her some of the ins and outs. She knows it. She knows it. She knows it. How much you want to give us? It's not for sale. I'm just kidding. You can't have it. Maybe we can scan it and send you a print or something.
Anyways.
So basically,
Thank you.
The chemistry of what we have going on here is really getting Shannon more and more involved in the business, and she's really taken over managing everything, keeping me on top of what it is I need to do. So she does quotes, answers the phones, handles a lot of clients. I'm starting to fill out a loop with the client stuff. She's ordering t-shirts. She orders the t-shirts. And that was my favorite part. I really liked ordering the t-shirts. No. I mean, I enjoy it, but also we're just too busy for me to be able to do all that stuff. And so,
you know what? We're really busy. And then I start telling you everything you need to do. And sometimes he yells at me. He's like, "Stop it! I'm overwhelmed."
I'm like, "Stop! Cut that shit out."
Because I'll be like, you have this thing to screen print, you need to get this done. Okay, you need to send a mug up to this person.
What's up, Mark Guerrero?
I don't know how to quote this, so you need to go ahead and handle that. And you've been dealing with this guy, so you need to get on top of him. Oh, and this guy just called, and he's just like, okay, can you make me a drink?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It can get overwhelming, and Shannon's gotten a great grasp on how long things take now. Initially, she didn't, which kind of overwhelmed me a little bit.
Oh, I don't want to interrupt you, but Rybeats has a question about the process from approved quotes to shipping. If you want to handle that now or later while you're still in your spiel.
Okay, let's go ahead and we can do that now, because I hadn't really seen. We'll get into how we outsource some stuff, but that's a good question. So what's your process from approved quotes to shipping to client? So, and Shannon, I want you to chime in on this as well.
Okay.
So initially, once the quote's approved and they either pay 50% down or the entire amount up front. Did I even say? I feel like I'm stumbling on my words.
Basically, it's 50% down to get started, because we're not going to get the shirts until they've paid that, so we can actually not pay out of pocket for it. And something I've actually been recently doing is explaining to them that sometimes, because we've been having about
don't worry about it, right?
5 different clients this week add to their orders that we had already placed.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then they had a bitch fit about why it was more expensive. And I had to sit down and explain to them, look, this is because of the freight cost.
Yeah.
And as for shipping from the to the clients, one of the big things that I will actually do is just I don't include shipping unless I say free shipping, and then I kind of work it in there.
The shop
But I do point out
logo.
in the emails to follow up with them, please note this doesn't include shipping. If you'd like, we can ship it out to you, or you can come get it yourself. And that's just mostly because I'm lazy and not coordinated. I don't want to weigh the box to get the estimate from UPS. So there's that.
That's true. I'm trying to process what you just said.
Am I talking too fast? Hey guys, am I talking too fast? I have a tendency to talk fast.
Okay, so I don't know if the question was really answered. So, rye beets. Let's see, what was the initial question? Okay, so your process from approved quotes to shipping to a client. So we'll get
I thought we were just talking about shipping.
No,
Sorry.
we get the quote. Once it's approved, we get the money and everything. We then do so. At that point, we know what shirts they want. We'll order the shirts. If we can combine those shirts with another order to save on shipping, if we hit that $200 mark, we'll do that. So we'll order the shirts, and then at that point, if they supplied artwork, I'll generate a mock-up, which I'll send to them to be approved. Sometimes we go back and forth a few times. Once that is approved, we then move it into our screen prep stage, in which I'll start reclaiming screens. You know, the most fun part that everybody enjoys. I mean, sometimes it can be enjoyable, but not really. It's kind of like doing the dishes of screen printing. So I'll get reclaimed screens, let them dry, coat them, set them in the cabinet, print out film, and then and then I'll expose the screens. And we have a 2-week turnaround time is about our average. Sometimes it can go into 3 weeks during our busy season. And at that point, I'll get the screens going, and then we'll print the shirts. Once the shirts are ready, we'll tell the client either, hey, your shirts are ready, or we'll ship them out. We don't always ship them out. It's funny because here lately we've had a lot of clients pick up shirts. Is that not true, Shannon?
Yeah, it's been awesome. And I think
it's great.
One of the things that I actually kind of wanted to see happen when I first got into this was Matt's the nicest person in the world. I'm not kidding. So every time there was a client who didn't want to go shipping, he's like, I'll just deliver them to you. And I got in there, I was like, why? And he was like, I don't know. I was like, how much money are you? You're wasting time. Stop it. And he was like, okay. So that was actually one of the things that I really was happy to see change was we either ship them or they can pick them up. Either way, though, we hold them hostage until they pay for it.
She is absolutely right about that in the sense that I was sorry, guys. I'm still
screen printing. Just asked if I have a beer in one hand and a blunt in the other.
It's pretty close. She has vodka in
the picture.
Oh. She has it's a beer. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you guys right now. It's closing time. We're having ourselves some drinks while we do this show, and
but anyways, it's a vape, not a blunt.
It's a vape, not a blunt. But, it's open to interpretation.
They're my two favorite things.
If that's what you see, then that's what it can be. So back to what Shannon was saying, because we tend to get sidetracked. So really, we've had a lot of clients pick things up here lately, rye beets, and we also do ship stuff, but we'll charge them for shipping. We just redid our website, and I put free shipping on there. I don't know. I might take that down because
You put free shipping?
I did.
Huh.
I did. But what we really the free shipping, as you know, with any business, I mean, you're kind of including it in your cost. So I don't know. I don't know if that's really fair to the clients for those people that want to pick shirts
Oh,
up. So I don't know. Probably need to replace that with something.
okay. Well, we'll figure that out. But Blue Gomez actually has a really good question that we've been like trying to come to a solution ourselves with.
Okay, let's see. Is this the latest
Oh, and Mike
chat
has a
here?
question after or before that, but yeah,
How
that's
do you
the latest.
handle if somebody Blue Gomez? What's up, dude? Thanks for tuning in. How do you handle if somebody wants to bring in their own shirts into the shop for you to print on? Uh, what we do is we tell them to bring their shirts in, and then we lay them on the floor and we walk on them. No, we have a lot of clients that do that, and so the way we kind of do it is we have if you go over to our website mikeydesigns.com, we have our pricing chart, and this is kind of like contract pricing. Although we're a manual shop, so the pricing that is up there really is the pricing in addition to the cost of the shirt. So, in other words, what we do is from our wholesale vendors, we take those shirts, we times that cost of the shirt. Depending on how many shirts they order, we times that by two. If it's a larger order, we might do it by 50%. And so we take our sheet and then we add those costs onto it. We charge a screen fee.
Hey, Gene.
What's up, Gene? We charge a screen fee, which is $20 a screen. And so if anybody brings so back to answering your question, if somebody brings in their own shirts, we charge them our screen printing fee plus whatever the shirt is that they are bringing in. We mark that up by what the wholesale costs would have been if we were to have provided the shirts ourselves and marked that up.
But generally, like a lot of times, so if they're bringing in really nice shirts, I kind of
Right.
just charge them for like, I kind of just mark it up by like a Gildan 2000 or something. And they don't really tend to fuss about it, like, and so I'll come up with like some excuses or something. I'll be like, it's because sometimes we have to charge that because it's a cleaning fee, because sometimes the shirts smell and they have dog hair on them, something like that, something stupid. The only time it really didn't work was when we charged it to a lady. She's, oh my gosh, she's the sweetest lady.
Oh,
But she used to do
dude.
screen printing herself, and she was bringing, and she had an account with Alpha Broder. And she's like, "Why are you charging me double?" And I'm just like, "Shit."
Yeah, so with that particular client, we stick to that contract pricing that we have on our website. And I mean, to be honest, we still make money off of it. I think that's more of kind of a break even deal since we are a manual shop. I think once we get automated, it'll be easy to crank things in and out. But the reality of things is we are a manual shop. And she just happens to know her stuff because I said, hey, we can probably get these shirts cheaper for you. She was like, nope, you won't, because we used to have an embroidery shop and we're signed up with all the wholesale vendors that you're signed up with. So, but she's really cool though.
She's awesome.
She's really cool.
She and I connected. She walked in the first time. She just hugged me and then handed me the money, and I'm just like looking at Matt, just going, "Do I give this to you now, or do we wait? What's less rude?" I don't know though. But for me, when it comes to the marketing of the shirt thing, for me personally, it's a lot about what are you worth, and I am personally. It's hot. It's hot outside. Like, I am dying out there, and my time is actually worth more than. Let's see, if it's a 2-color print and they only have like 12 of them, my time's worth more than $3.35. I can't. It's so hot, and I sweat easily. My family's from New York and Canada. I don't do well in the heat. I melt. So basically, it's like what I found to be.
She's so white.
I'm clear. But for me, it's just like what I personally was just like, I don't find this worth it. It's too hot. And sometimes it works as long as you're just confident with it. And sometimes it doesn't because some people will call you on your bullshit. But, you know, it's all about testing your limits. Personally, that's what I think.
She's got a good point. She's got a good point.
And also, I'm used to sales and pushing it.
So we've probably been ranting
Yes,
about that one question
all these things.
for maybe a little too long. So to answer your question, basically, we do take in orders that people provide shirts. We charge our screen printing fee, and then we mark that up a little bit to kind of compensate. Who knows? We might screw up the whole order, and then we're stuck paying for the shirts. And you don't want to be in that situation. That's one of the reasons why you kind of need to at least charge 2 times the amount of your costs. I mean, ideally, it would be great to charge 3 times, but depending on how many shirts there are, I mean, that's not always going to be the case. So, yeah. So I mean, that's a really good question. We're glad that you brought that up, and we deal with that quite a bit. And don't turn down orders because someone's bringing in their own shirts. It's a really good thing. So, but also we kind of hate it because I don't like. I don't know.
As much as I bitch about it, like, and it makes me sound kind of spoiled, like, I don't really actually mean that my time isn't worth, helping them and, like, giving them a service. I don't mean that. And it's just, like, I've just been very hot today. But, we always appreciate the business, and it's something to be grateful for. And you know what? No matter what, even when they call it, they catch us on it, and we have to, kind of withdraw a little bit, it's still business. It's still money. You're still doing a good job. If you're still doing a good job, it's still the word of mouth references and the reviews, and you're making somebody happy. So, as much as I sort of seriously, sort of half joking, complain, it's worth it, and we're grateful for any of the business that comes our way.
It is, and we are grateful for it. Jason ends. What do you mean she needs a microphone? She's got one directly in front of her face. I'm sure he can hear you just fine. He's it's got some music notes there, so I think he.
Well, no, Ryan needs to say it. I think Shannon needs a mic. Just hook one up to your guitar amp, but face it towards the studio mic. Can they not hear me?
Hey guys, let us know if you can hear Shannon A-OK, because she has a microphone directly in front of her face.
It's our first time doing this. We're still figuring out the kinks.
And it's more so a leveling thing if you're not hearing her as well as you can hear me. Can you guys hear her okay? Let us know in the comments.
Oh yeah. Somebody says I sound far. Ryby says I sound far away. Jean says they can hear me fine.
Okay. Well, we will fix that issue then.
Oh, Jason just said no. Oh, Uproar says they can only hear from Matt's mic.
Well. Okay, so I'm way louder. Okay, so we're going to resolve this issue really quick. I'm going to turn me down just a little bit. I'm going to turn Shannon up as well. See, the thing is, this microphone that is sitting in front of my
Mark's
face.
saying I'm too loud.
That you're too loud?
Yeah, I think. Or.
We did a little test run, and I thought she was coming through pretty clear. But it might have been because I was like, oh my God, Shannon sounds so much cooler than I do. But this microphone here is, we have 2 different types of microphones. I'm not going to go into the details of them, but this is a large diaphragm, and this is a...
Hi, OG Nation. Thank you.
The microphone she has in front of her is...
his OG Nation says that the mic is picking her up as a background.
Okay. What about now? Can you hear that?
Hello?
And Shannon probably might need it directly in front of her mouth as well, because I play music. I'm used to just putting my face right in front of the mic, and Shannon kind of didn't want the mic directly in front of her head.
Making me cross-eyed.
So Rybeat says, there it is, yeah. better. Uproar says it's better. Blue Gomez, imprintco.com. I don't know what that is, but go check it out.
Okay, perfect. Jean
City
says that
Prince
we're both at
says
the
perfect.
same volume. All right, guys,
Jason
thank
is
you, and thanks
better.
for your patience. We're just
Yeah.
still working out the kinks. Anyways, so
I am deaf. You're right about that. What'd you say, Shannon?
you're pretty.
What?
Said I love you. You're pretty.
Okay, so they say that they can hear you now.
Yay!
Okay,
Hello again.
It looks like I actually might be clipping a little bit, but we're still working out some of the kinks on this stuff. Just kind of getting levels and shit just all situated. So Shannon's a little louder now. Is she a little louder now?
You should hear my
Shannon's
family.
A little louder now. Shannon's a little louder now. Oh, she's cranked up. I mean, she's almost maxed out. I'll turn her down just a touch.
We were actually in the process of fixing this and getting this like part ready when the client came in. So
Yeah, we were kind of tuning things up. So okay, well.
Anyways.
Now
Screen
that
printing.
we got all these kinks and shit fixed, let's dive into what it is I wanted to kind of.
no, Jason, we get it. No worries.
Tell
Thank
you guys
we
about-
appreciate it.
So, and Shannon will definitely chime in on this, and the fact that, okay, so we're a screen printing business, right? But here recently, and Shannon, just kind of keep an eye on what's going on with the
I am.
the comments, just in case I missed something. So here's, as of recent, we started offering embroidery, right? And promotional products. Embroidery, everybody knows what embroidery is. We do not have an embroidery machine in-house. Not a single head. Shannon's not over there stitching stuff with,
I don't know how to sew.
kicking it old school. So how we went about actually being able to make money off of doing that is we outsource it, right? So we found a vendor, and you can do this wherever you are. Uproar, I think you're here in Houston. If you want to get a hold of me personally, I'm not going to air who they are, but I will tell you, Jason, who they are. Excuse me, not Jason, Uproar. Sorry about that. Getting you guys. I'm still. We deal with a lot of people, so excuse me. Whoever is in Houston, Texas, and wants to know who our vendor is, holler at me. If you're not in Houston, Texas, then you have to figure it out yourself.
That was harsh.
Okay. Was it harsh?
A little.
Was that harsh? I'm sorry, guys.
You're on your own.
I love y'all. Anyways, so the point is, with our outsourcing of embroidery is you're gonna have to find somebody local, or you might even find somebody that is, if you can't find someone local, you have to drop ship your shirts to them, your hats, whatever it is being embroidered. You have to drop ship it to them. I mean, most of the time we have stuff shipped here anyways. I don't know why we haven't ever just drop ship our stuff off to save us time. We have yet to do that. I think we love socializing. I think that's why. Shannon, would you like to chime in? You're giving me the blank stare.
I don't know. I've always thought it was a pain in the ass to go down there and back.
Okay.
And but I don't really mind it so much now that I've taken over management and I can't leave the shop when you have to go make the deliveries. It's not so
Yeah.
bad now.
Yeah. So
My boss is in here, so I sit on the futon and read.
So anyway. So the point is, how you'll find yourself a person or a company that is embroidery,
Jason had
or
another
whether or
question.
not it is an individual,
Boss,
and get. Yes, ma'am.
Jason has a question when you're done.
Okay, we'll hold on to that real quick.
I am.
So with how we outsource our embroidery is we got a really good deal lined up with a company down the street, and they charge us a flat fee. Okay, and I want to be honest and tell you how much it is, but I kind of don't want to give everything away. They charge us a pretty low price.
Yeah,
So we take that price and then we mark that up just a little bit. We provide the garments, and those garments that we do order, we mark those up 100%. So here is the kicker. Because you do need a DST file for embroidery, as soon as if you have a website, put it up there that you do embroidery, you will get a million phone calls from every single person overseas that will digitize your artwork and take that and make it into an embroidery file. And you can just tell them it's a chest print, a hat print, or a full back jacket embroidery or whatever. Not a print, but embroidery. And you will get completely annoyed with the amount of people that give you a call trying to get your business. And so
they're aggressive.
they're very aggressive. So essentially we charge a $50 fee for digitizing the art. And really what happens is we take that artwork, we make sure that the art is large enough. In other words, the DPI is correct. We're not having to size it up. It's a good size to send over to our good friend overseas, which he calls himself Jimmy.
I don't think he knows his name.
I seriously doubt his name is Jimmy.
Okay, boss, we've got 2 more questions. I think you're kind of in the process of answering Jason's without even really realizing it. And I wanted to actually go back and touch on that, but Blue Gomez has a question, City Prince has a question, and I just want to, going back to like the vendor that gave us the really good pricing, in the beginning they didn't. They charged us what they would charge everybody else, but and so we were making nothing off of it.
Right.
And then we kept bringing them so much business, we started getting the special pricing.
They cut the price in half.
And it was awesome. So now we're actually making profit. I mean, it's not as nice as I just shouted into it. It's not as nice as, the profit that you're going to see in screen printing, but it's awesome, and they do a great job, and it keeps them coming back to us.
And we have a really cool business relationship with them.
They're very, very nice. And
so let me just kind of finish up what I was talking about. So we found a great kind of business to business. They offer screen printing as well, so we're kind of their competition, but we bring them embroidery. So they eventually, after we brought them so many shirts, I would say at least over 1,000 shirts, then they started giving us.
Well, I think it was mostly hats in the beginning.
Yeah. We brought them a lot of work. So they kind of cut things in half. And so we bring them the garments that we mark up. We have been contacted. We outsource the artwork to people overseas. We charge $50 for that. The people overseas charge $10. So it's as easy as just forwarding an email once you find these people to do it for $5-10. We found somebody really good that we enjoy working with. They charge us $10. So that's $40 in our pocket. And then they send that file over. We forward that to our people. We drop the shirts off, and then we just say, let us know when they're ready. And they let us know when they're ready. We pick them up. And then either our clients pick them up or we ship them. So let's say, for example, someone wants some embroidered polos, and those polos wholesale cost to you are $4. Let's say they want about 100 of them. They're $4. We'll mark it up another $4, and you're making $400 off of that, another $40 off of the just forwarding an email and then forwarding again. And then really and truly with the embroidery, we tend to not mark that up. If it's a small order, we'll mark it up a little bit because we kind of have to factor your time into it. What are you worth? We know what we are worth per hour, and if it falls below that, we won't screw with it. Say for example, some of you guys that have watched our videos, um, Harry. Harry, the partnership with the Rock. Harry, we love you, man. If you watch this video,
Love you, Harry.
we think you are awesome.
Sorry, your wife doesn't
the
like me.
partnership never worked out, but we still kind of we're sounding boards from one another. He's still learning, and he's got a cool little setup, but it's kind of a part-time deal. And I mean, I respect him. He's a police officer, and he's a cool guy. So Harry brought us an order of hats, 288 bucket caps. I'm like, what the fuck is a bucket cap? I didn't know what.
We had to Google it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, like Gilligan's Island, bucket caps. Brought them in. He said, hey, can you do them for X amount of dollars? And they were providing the hats. That's where you can kind of get in the pinch. He brought in the hats. I called our people up. They said we can do it for X amount of dollars. I was like, okay, we're making a marginal amount of profit. And I'll be honest, we were making 50 cents a hat. So if you do the math on that, it was about 150 bucks. All we had to do is take the artwork, forward it over to our guys overseas, drop the damn bucket hats off, and then say, here's our embroidery file. They did it. We picked it up. He came, picked them up. 150 bucks for 2 hours worth of our time. Right?
Yeah.
If even 2 hours worth of our time.
2 hours of your time. I was still here working.
Yeah, so
Teamwork.
I mean, he came over and it's like, here's the hats. Emailed me the file, forwarded it to our dude. He sent it back within probably 3 hours, forwarded it to our guys that fulfill our embroidery, and dropped the shirts off. And they said they're ready, picked them up, and that was it. So guys, and I'm going to wrap up the embroidery portion of this. Do you have something to say, Shannon?
Yes, but it's gone. Shit, really did. Okay. Anyways, I'm sure I'll just come in and just start saying it randomly at some point.
So.
Anyways,
next on
wrap it up because we have some questions, please.
Okay, so that's the embroidery portion of our little segment and how we go about making some money off of that. I hope you guys have learned at least a little bit of something. In other words, don't turn down business just because you don't offer it. Find out who can do it for you and how you can make money off of it. Because if a client can come to you and they don't have to go look for somebody else and you can do it and still make money, there's businesses that just do that let alone. And if you guys had, or if you're just tuning in a little earlier, I was talking about the fact that I went part-time for a company, and that's how they made their living. They had a guy like me doing artwork, and then they just outsourced everything, which brings me to my next little point is promotional products, right? What are promotional products? Promotional products are business cards, brochures, banners, flyers, stickers. Shannon, what else have we done promotional product wise?
Tablecloths.
If it's stickers for doors or
we do those
now.
Tablecloths.
Tablecloths. We've done tablecloths for people.
I don't know. You really handle most of that, honey.
Okay, that is true. But however, even though I handle a lot of that stuff, I'm going to kind of fill you guys in on who it is we go to and how we go about doing promotional products such as business cards and all that stuff, how we make money off of that. And this probably might even be a little bit of a lesson for Shannon. Shannon?
I'm zoning out.
You know what?
I'm not sorry, I was kidding.
Will you make me a drink? That's rude. That's not cool.
I'm
just
sorry.
messing with you. Okay, so
Yeah, I'm just your beer wench.
shut your mouth. That's not funny. So, Shannon, if you want to get in front of your monitor, and this is a little bit of a lesson for you. So I'm just messing with you. So I have been handling a lot of this stuff, and it's because it's something that is it's fairly new. And this goes back to the company that I used to work for. That this is what this is what I did. Okay, so what I'm about to show you is a website called forover.com, and you can go to trade.forover.com as well. I am not getting any kind of royalties or any money for this. This is for you guys to kind of help you add some additional services to your business. That way you can kind of be a little bit of a one-stop shop for everything, right? So forover.com, back to, here's how you're really going to make money off of this. And I'm about to show you this here in a second. Is you're going to mark up your business cards or your whatever it is that your client wants. You're going to mark it up by anywhere from whatever percent you can feel like you can get away with. Mark it up. But really and truly, where you're going to make your money is let's say you're really great at doing graphic design. You're going to charge people for, excuse me if that clip, but you're going to make money off of doing graphic design work and charging for that. Okay? You don't even really, if someone already has the artwork, you're still going to make money because you're going to mark up whatever it is you're selling to them, and all you're doing is forwarding a file to them, and you're going to make money. So let me switch over to this view of my desktop, and I am going to show you exactly what it is I am talking about. I'm just kind of preparing things because it's kind of weird showing you the back end of stuff, but I'm gonna show you real quick.
And while he's doing that, I'm seeing that we're getting a lot of questions. So
Okay.
I just wanted to see if everybody's cool, if because we're gonna be technically our hour will be over in 10 minutes. If everybody is cool with finishing his spiel on outsourcing, we can go ahead and tackle the questions afterwards. If you guys want to stick around, or okay, just hanging out after, because I think Matt still has a couple really good points to make.
You're absolutely. You know what? We're a lot of it too is we're a new show, and so we're with everybody that is tuning in. We allowed X amount of time, and we probably should have just let people just kind of sit and got to the point of what it is we wanted to do here with all this stuff.
But hey, it's baby steps. We're learning.
So, but yeah, we're learning. We're constantly learning. Okay, guys. So let me go ahead and get through this. I don't want to go through it too quickly, but also I'm not going to sit here and we want to answer some of your questions. So we're not going to cut it off right at 8.
10.
Because you say 10?
8:10.
8:10?
We started at 7:10.
Well, let's we did start at 7:10. So, okay, so here's forover.com. Go and sign up to forover.com. If you have a tax resale
Jason,
certificate.
oh no.
Is Jason taking off?
No, he's like, an hour is my limit. But there's a tongue in there, anyways, go on.
Okay.
So I think he's joking.
So, anyways, the point is, forover.com. It's not like what is that? Vistaprint. The quality of their stuff is a lot better. So, let's just kind of go through this real quick. They have flyers, postcards that they do. This is EDM services, Majestic products. I'll let you guys kind of browse this on your own, but essentially they do a lot of what we would call promotional products anything from business cards, postcards, flyers, banners, bookmarks, calendars, CDs, door hangers, envelopes, letterheads, magnets, car magnets as well, menus, notepads. And there's a lot of stuff that I'm skipping over.
I can vouch for
Plastic
them. They made
cards.
my business cards.
Yeah, they do a really great job. Table tents, sell sheets, tear off cards, signs, indoor, outdoor banners. Guys, the outdoor banners, man, they charge $5 to ship their stuff. I think our cost was like $20 for a 4x4 banner for one of our clients, and we charged them a good amount of money for it. And it was $5 worth of shipping.
He still
And
hasn't picked it up.
yeah, well, that's his second set, and he's a busy guy. So they do flags, large posters, sidewalk signs, which we're thinking about ordering one of those. Table covers, as we talked about, displays, window graphics, custom boxes.
Uproar says that's very similar to uprint.com.
We'll have to check that out, Uproar, but you might have to sign in or sign up with 4Over and check it out because the quality of their stuff is really good and the prices are cheap. And so now that I'm logged into this, let me just give you guys an example of how you could kind of make money off of this. And also, if you guys, we appreciate it, Uproar. If anybody out there has any resources, because one of the things we kind of struggle with also is like if someone wants lanyards, there's certain people that we do go to. We're trying to find the cheapest price so we can make a little bit of profit off of it, make it worth our time. So let's say, for example, with business cards, if we'll do the all-inclusive pricing, which that means shipping and all that. And let's say it's kind of a generic, just what you're seeing here on the screen. Let's say someone provided you with something like that. And you can do round quarters, spot UV coating and all that. But let's say most of your clients are just going to be someone that has just, let's say, a two-sided or a one-sided card. You'll kind of have to learn some of the ins and outs of this 14-point C2S, 16-point C2S. That basically means there's a coating on both sides, but the stock of it is a little bit thicker or thinner. 14 points can be thinner than 16 point, but let's just say 14 point. Let's just say matte, just so we're kind of keeping this the cheapest price possible for someone. And they just have a 4-color print on the front. I think most people tend to want to do about 500 cards. So let's go ahead and select 500 cards. And they do have the option for, so it's going to be a next business day thing. And so this is the price. This is what we're going to pay, $21.45 for 500 business cards. Now the cool thing is they have a little bit of a markup tool here.
Oh, Imagination Apparel. In the promotional product industry, shipping is not usually included in all-inclusive pricing.
Well, that's why you should go to 4over.com, dude, because it says right here, free ground shipping. It says $0. Shipping and processing, $0. $21.45. So you are welcome if we're kind of giving you a little bit of a Easter egg type gift here. This is our price here. So they have a little bit of a markup tool. If someone's providing the art, you know, what is your time worth? So you might want to just, I don't know, mark it up 25% if they're providing 500 cards. I mean, it's pretty low, right? But where you're going to kind of make your money is, I mean, you'll mark the cards up a little bit, even if it's, let's say 15%. But where you're going to get them is creating, you want to convince them that to create a custom design and essentially why their card sucks and why you can make their card look better.
But be tactful.
Yes, tactful. You know, oh yeah, sure, this is okay, sure, we can do cards for you.
Thank you,
Sure.
Mark.
Your cards, yeah. I completely just kind of
You have
got
to
off
make sure
track.
your cards.
So, yeah, I do. But so essentially, you're trying to sell them on, hey, you know what? Your cards look look good, but let me show you what I can do for you, and we're gonna charge you X amount of dollars. You know, whatever your time is worth, you can. And sometimes starting up, you're gonna have to do some mock-ups for people without collecting anything up front. And if you're great at designing, you're gonna just kill it. Especially if, like, say for instance, one of our clients provided a card which is just a picture of a deer with their information over it. And to be honest, I mean, it's not very flattering. And that is one of the points where you can justify uh, a marking up the cards and then charging a design fee as well. So um, a lot of that is going to depend on um, it. You need to be a great salesman for one. You know, just kind of um, providing a value, following up with people, and being friendly, rememberable. Did I say that right? Memorable.
No, you kind of mumbled.
Memorable.
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 Don't say it
Okay.
too many times, or it's gonna sound weird no matter
You
what.
know what? I'm an art major, not an English major. So I hope that was helpful, guys. Check out forover.com. It will help because we've done multiple jobs from this site in itself, and it's made us some money. Hey, look, you're seeing the back end of stuff. It's pretty cool, isn't it? And so I hope that's helpful. I know there's probably a lot of screen printers out there that, for myself, I mean, I went to art school and did a lot of that for a long time. So for me, it's kind of second nature, and I know how to sell these people on this type of stuff. Avoid the low ballers. Okay, Shannon. So,
Okay.
what are some of the questions that
Well, we've had a bunch of
we
questions.
have missed?
Let me see. I don't even know how to work this
I'm
thing.
gonna step off to the side over here for a second.
You just want my vape. All right, Rybates, thank you so much. We appreciate it. If you have any more questions, just give us an email and we'll give you, like, a personal, not long-winded answer. I wasn't.
What was it?
Rybates has to go. Okay, we had City Prince was talking. Like, can you? I have to move this over to my other screen. I'm working on a dual screen right now, guys, and it's kind of. Okay, let's just go down. Okay. First question that we didn't get to was well, Jason was asking about the prices on outsourcing. Worth it, but I think. Okay, Blue Gomez, I think you answered his. Blue Gomez was asking if you still see a market for screen printer or vinyl on hats.
Vinyl on hats? Yeah, sure. I mean, it. Hold on, I'm gonna get back over to my side of town.
He's stealing my vape. That's what's happening.
Okay, Shannon. One more time. What was that question?
Do you still see a future in screen printing or vinyl for hats?
Screen printing or vinyl for hats? Yeah, I mean, there's. Don't let anyone really discourage you from screen printing in general. Screen printing's been around for 2,000 or so years. It's not going to go away with all this new technology. You know what? If anything, you can market what you do as a kind of a craft and a craftsmanship type deal, because there's something not very human about just sticking something on a printer and it printing it out and you just heat
Careful.
press it or.
Don't insult the DTG guys.
I'm not insulting the DTG
I know you're not.
guys.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
There's I think that fills a niche, but also at the same time, so that fills a niche of someone wanting a one color print, or the transfers wanting a one color, not print, but just one shirt, but a full color deal. I mean, the screen print that, it's not worth your time, really. And so that kind of fills that niche, and that's something we're trying to incorporate into our business eventually as well, so we don't have to outsource that type of stuff.
Can I say something
Yeah, go ahead,
about the
Shannon,
hats?
the shop gnome.
Something that I've observed, it's just a cautionary thing. I'm not gonna say this is the end of the caps.
Here.
What? Am I here still?
Yeah. I think one of the reasons I can't hear you is just make sure you're in front of the
All right. Sorry. It's a little different than the DJ booth. Anyways, as far as the caps go, something I've just noticed though, I'm not gonna say it's the end or anything like that, but when we have been asked about the vinyl and the heat pressing, or not the heat pressing, the screen printing on caps, there's only like a couple different styles you can use with that, and people have tended just not to really like those. They always ended up going with the embroidery. It's not a real popular style of hat, I'm thinking, just because every time we offer it, they're like, eh.
No, so with screen printing, foam trucker caps is pretty much, you can get a setup towards where you can print across the 6-panel caps, but for the most part, you're limited with screen printing on caps. But with heat pressing, with a proper cap heat press, you can heat press on any type of cap. And it can be one of those transfers where you can heat press on a cap. You might want to check out stalls.com. We're not getting anything for it. Stalls, if you want to sponsor us, thank you very much. So, I don't see that going away anytime soon. They're all different ways of, essentially what we are in is the decorated apparel industry. That's it. What method are you going to use to decorate a cap, a t-shirt, a tote, whatever it is? Find the method that works for you and find a way to make money off of it, whether you're doing it in-house or outsourcing it. I think that's really the gist of.
And my favorite hat ever was a screen printed trucker hat. So there you go. Of course,
I have loved myself, and it's funny because I've worn caps for so long, and here in the past couple of years I haven't really done it. I'm going to get back to that. I used to love wearing trucker caps.
Okay, Blue Gomez is saying, I'm asking because I'm working on plastisol transfers to do for hats.
Plastisol transfers for hats. And what was the original question again, Shannon?
The market for screen printing or vinyl on hats, caps, hats, whatever.
The market's there. It's all about finding the clients really that want that type of deal, or maybe even market skaters, or just marketing it. Really,
talk it up.
Do you have a website? Do you have a Facebook or an Instagram or a Twitter? I don't know about Twitter, but just if you do some of that stuff, just put it out there, and eventually people are going to find it. Like, say for instance, we're dealing with a client that because we posted something on Instagram that we did a screen print combined with glitter vinyl, and they want that for their graduation shirts, and they want it by what, Saturday?
Yep.
Saturday. They want it by Saturday. So
the shop nome's not going to venture feelings
market
on this
it.
one.
If you've done it, or if you can produce a sample and put it out there and put it in front of people, people will buy it.
Okay.
Really, they will.
So City Prince had the question, about so every time a customer wants a quote or embroidery, do you have to call your outsource for pricing, or do they provide a price list for you?
So no, really and truly, the we haven't established price with them. The and who is this from? City Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, City Prince, man, we appreciate you tuning in.
Love your Instagram.
That's
Sorry, I'm not better at it.
yeah, your Instagram's awesome, dude. It, like I've said before, it's not a one-way street. We check y'all stuff out as well. Um, really and truly, we get kind of a flat price. Like let's say, for instance, a cap or a left chest. I mean, it's pretty much the same price, and so they just give us a flat price for that particular
You're welcome.
for the hat and a left chest print. If it's something unique, like let's say maybe something elaborate on the back of a jacket, then we would have to call them and give them, just say, hey, here's what we're dealing with. What price can we get this for? And then they'll shoot us back an estimate, and then depending on how much it is, we might just not make any profit off their services, but we'll make profit off of the let me switch this over. Sorry guys, I'm new to this, and I know you're still looking at the little shop gnome thing, but we'll forward the art over to our dude. He's going to tell us his X amount of dollars, and we'll make some money off of that, and whatever it is, the product that we're selling.
Imagination Apparel had something really interesting to say when you're done.
So to wrap that up, before we get into the next question, is they kind of give us a flat price on caps and the embroidery for a left chest print. But if it's something unique, we have to give them a call, and we're going to make our money off of the digitizing fee that someone's going to do overseas, and then the marking things up 100% on whatever it is we're providing.
Okay, and before we get to Imagination Apparel, Uproar was asking about how far away the businesses are from each other, the place that we use versus where we are now.
Say that again?
I'll just answer. Like, we used to be about 15 minutes away because we were out in the garage and it was located where we are. Now it's a little bit longer, but, it doesn't really make much of a difference because there's always somebody running the shop. What are you doing?
What I'm doing is I'm going to monitor you in my headphones as you speak. Go ahead.
Well, now I'm all self-conscious. So basically, it used to be 15 minutes. Now it's like, I would say 25 minutes. It's not a big deal when you've got somebody else tag teaming with you. But Imagination Apparel, Imagination Apparel actually commented that online ordering has increased the value of the public's decorated products value. Screen printing will usually be possible at a lower price and still remain profitable. What do you got to say about that? That sounded way more challenging than I meant it to be. Sorry.
Okay, let me take a look at this real quick. Online ordering has increased the value of Publix decorated products value. Screen printing.
Oh, and Gene had one. Go. I haven't forgotten you, Gene. I'll get you.
Okay, I'm trying to digest this. I apologize because we're still kind of just kind of figuring some of this stuff out. I was having a little bit of a problem hearing Shannon from across the room, even though she's right over there.
Yo.
I need to put my headphones back on so I can kind of hear what is going on. Okay, so online ordering has increased the value of Publix decorated product value. Screen printing will usually be possible at a lower price and still remain profitable. I don't even know what to say to that. Shannon? do you want to chime in on this? I mean, I understand. I think that's more of a statement than it is.
Oh yeah, it is.
A
It's a
question.
statement. I was just commenting that it was an interesting statement, and
It's a very interesting.
I
statement.
don't
And,
know what to think about it because I don't.
You know,
I can't really chime in a whole lot because I don't really know much about the promotional part. I just know
Right.
the screen printing, so I wouldn't be able to agree or disagree. And God, I'm not going to be on friggin' YouTube, like just like trying to argue about something I do not know.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
afraid to admit it. I don't know. I don't know whether or not to agree or to debate or whatever. So, but I just thought it was an interesting comment and an interesting theory on it, or not theory. I don't mean to make it, I don't mean to downplay it or anything like that. I just, I am so not informed with that part. Ask me how to get more clients. I can tell you about that.
Okay, guys. So
Wait.
we
Wait, Gene had one.
yeah, I understand. Gene does have some. We're not going away just yet. Actually, what I wanted to do was okay. So everyone that's tuned in right now, if you have any questions for us, now is the time. We're going to answer your questions. We've been going for about an hour and 15 minutes,
Yeah, we're just about done.
and we want to answer some of your questions because a little bit of background on us. We are freshly moved out of the shop, doing this full time, the two of us, and we're making a living, and we're continuing to grow our business. So if there's anything in particular about our business or how to screen print a certain thing, how we would go about doing that,
Hi,
let
JR
us
Cop
know
77.
now. Or if you just want to say hello and shoot the shit, we're here for you guys to answer your questions and say hello. So,
Okay, and Gene actually had a question about. I think he had several. I had them. I knew where they were. Gene. I'm lost. Good job. He said something. Okay, one of the things I know he was asking about was somebody was asking about websites. Oh, how do I get more customers? Yeah, Gene, he was asking.
Gene.
I do 1 to 2 jobs a week in my back shop. How do I get more customers?
okay. Well, thanks, Gene. Let's see. Where's this question now? I'm like trying to see it so I can
hold on.
read it, but
Oh, I can't show you because I have to get in the video.
no, that's fine. Okay, so my understanding is, give me 1 second. I'm going to switch this over. Still new to this stuff. I'm not quite that very fluid. Okay, so you print in your back shop. What was the question again?
He does 1 to 2 jobs
1 to 2 jobs.
in his back shop. How does he get more customers?
1 to 2 jobs, back shop, customers. Well, Gene.
Oh, this one's an interesting one. I want to answer after this. Go on.
Okay.
Imagination Apparel. I want to answer your question so badly.
Okay, let me get the Gene.
I know.
And then,
Get the Gene.
Then we will figure out the other
All right,
people's
go.
stuff. Okay, so Gene, really and truly, if you're like in a back shop and you have 1 to 2 customers, I mean, where are you located at? Really, that might be something we need to know to kind of help you out. I'll tell you my own personal story of how I got going, and what helped get clients. Really,
Thanks,
was
Uproar.
a website. Get a website up. Use WordPress or whatever it is. I would suggest WordPress. Get it up there. Use Yoast SEO. That program is awesome for getting your ranking up. So all your pages I mean, make your website look good. Get Yoast SEO. It'll help your ranking in your area. Google Business, I would say, aside from a website, would be number 2. Get a Google Business listing up. Have them send you a card to your address. They'll send you a verification code. Put all your best pictures up there, your best work. Put your business hours and all that stuff, and that will get you clients as well. Another thing, social media, Facebook, Instagram. Trying to think what else. What, Shannon? Have anything to add to it?
Okay. Like I kind of mentioned in the beginning of this feed. Is that better? Okay. What I kind of mentioned in the beginning of this, in the beginning of this feed is Matt's the one that knows all about this business more than I could ever even hope to. But I know, like, my main specialty came from sales and marketing and client relations. And you can go on any website and they're going to tell you that for small business owners, like their main source of revenue comes a lot of times from word of mouth, whether it's reviews or, just people that they know. And
actually, I would put that at number 1, word of mouth.
Yeah, that's why I was like raising my hand and waving it over here so I could say something.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Word of mouth, number 1.
So yeah, and like you can go on any marketing website. That's what they're gonna tell you. I think it's like something like 65% of customers come from just other people hearing about them. So one of the best ways to get new customers is do a damn good job, make them happy, make them feel they're special, and even if you can, find a way to like try to show them that they are recognized as individual clients, not just another customer. That's why one of the things I've never liked doing is calling the people I've worked with customers. They're always clients, and they always deserve special attention. And
sometimes they become close personal friends.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Harry. And
big time.
So that's an actually really big one, because if you do a good job, they feel special. They're gonna talk about you, and you can't be afraid to ask for references. You can't be afraid to ask for my business. Like, hell, every time like we have a client come over, I grab like probably like 5 or 6 cards, explain to them, like once I know they're happy, I explain to them, look, we live off of referrals. If you think we've done a good job, leave us a review if you can. If not, just tell anybody that you know about that we do this, and we would really appreciate it. And most of the time they're happy to do that because they're happy with us, and it's a personal experience, and they're not going to talk about you if you do a mediocre job. They're not. They'll talk about you if you do a bad job, but that's the opposite of the effect that you want.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They will.
So, but if they're really happy.
Leave reviews.
Oh,
leave reviews.
most people only leave reviews if they're unhappy, because unless you ask, you just make sure to just always ask people. Always use it as an opportunity to be like, hey, this is what we do. I live off our referrals. This is how I make my living. If you were happy with this, please talk about us. Hand out our business cards. We've actually negotiated with one of our clients. She needed a 2-day turnaround time, and hell, I think it might have even been like a 1.5-day turnaround time, which we normally didn't do, or we would.
Which client was that?
I don't remember her name, and I wouldn't say it anyways. Sorry, I wouldn't remember her name. I wouldn't say it anyways. But what we did is, okay, I took down half the rush fee for what it was and said, look, I will give you half of what we would normally charge on a rush fee if you agree to pass out cards.
Oh, yeah.
The baseball. Yeah, there was baseball. And turns out this lady is the head of the head of the board of her organization, and she's just like, I'm going to be coming to you for every single time now. I was like, awesome. Just hand out our cards, talk about us, and send us business. And that's one of the biggest ways to get customers. I kind of went on a tangent about that, but mostly because Matt's been getting to talk all night, and this is finally a subject that I am actually very knowledgeable on. So there you go. Now. Imagine. Hopefully that answered your question. Imagination Apparel. I really want to answer your question just because it's about our personal life.
Dude, Imagination Apparel, where are you located at,
He's
bro?
at the.
Where are you located at? Because
Okay, do you want me to just read it? As husband
read
and
it to me? Because
yeah, as husband and wife, do you find your personal life conflict with your business?
do we find not at all?
No.
You know what? We love what we do for a living.
And I think
really
we're
do.
very, very lucky because we work together, we live together, we rarely take a drive without each other,
Salt Lake City, Utah. You know what?
and we.
Hey, can we come visit you? Do you have like a shop that we?
You know,
can
I
check
was like talking about how awesome it is to work with you, but thank you.
out? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Shannon.
But no, it's not. It really just depends, like on the chemistry and the how well you get along with the person. We are honestly 6 feet away from each other at all times of every day, and we get
are. We
we.
are.
But for us, it works, and it's not like a codependency thing or anything like that. It's just we genuinely just the way that we work just flows. So there you go. And
So
go on.
I think the point really is when you love and enjoy what you do for a living, it's really not work. It's kind of our life, really.
Yeah.
For the most part, it's
We talk about work on date nights. We actually really do.
yeah, we
Okay, thank you, City Prince. We appreciate it.
yeah, man. One of the things we've been thinking about
Jason, I'm
doing
getting to you
here
next.
is taking a little bit of a sabbatical to kind of get out of the office for a weekend, and we've been considering a few places. But you know what? Because we really enjoy what we do,
Hey, Studio 23.
Portland is better than Utah. We have family out in Portland, or I do. Which is
Actually,
which is
Studio 23, if you want to check it out, if on the website, in my backstory on, the employees, whatever section that is, it actually shows like how I transitioned into like just working with them. Basically, I wandered into a shop and never left, but so maybe you could pick up a few pointers from that if she's actually really interested in it. Anyways, go on.
sorry. I'm
And
still
somebody please read my blog.
figuring out this live stream crap. So I apologize. Like,
Grizzly
really,
Weezer. No, it's not mustard on the apron. It's paint. Ink.
So it's kind of like we have the webcam here of you guys looking at my mug, and then really anytime Shannon's kind of going off on a sabbatical, it should look a little something like this. But
I printed that. That was the first thing I ever printed.
yeah,
It used to look better.
I'm a little. This can be a little distracting, and this software, which is OBS, it can be a little distracting. But anyways, it's neither here nor there. But I don't know, man. I think one of the things for me
Grizzly Vodka.
personally is I would love to visit some of you guys and even Catspit and Cam out in Phoenix. That would be fucking super cool. It would be awesome because it. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and I'm not really an advocate for this company, but I will say there's some cool people. The ISS show that went down here recently, what was it? Early May, Shannon?
Check your timeline for the picture with Ryan.
Okay, so we met Ryan from RyanNet, and
He's super nice.
yeah, he's a nice guy. So I'm not biased towards any company whatsoever.
I'm biased towards
I mean,
ours.
You're biased towards Well, yeah, we're biased towards our own company, but also at the same time, um, the whole reason I bought this used Ranar press, and I learned a lot from Jonathan, Ryanette. Really, that was the two at the time, and I don't know. There was something personable about Jonathan, and Ryanette seemed to kind of be uh, very salesy in a sense. I mean, Jonathan is too, but I've dealt with Jonathan, and he takes care of you. He really does. He really does. So I mean, if you guys happen to, if you're looking for screen
Aw,
printing
Jason, you
equipment,
sound so jaded. Go on. Keep going. No, keep going.
Jonathan from Catspit, I mean, he's great, and his customer service is really great, and I mean that's one of the reasons to put this out there, guys, on a personal level is I think Jonathan is a cool dude. I get that there's probably some more trendy. We're younger. There's some more trendy channels out there, and I get that. But Jonathan, he'll fucking take care of you.
Grizzly,
he will take care of
only
you.
if the boss isn't there, and no, actually, we paid a stupid amount for it. Oh, he's asking for the futon.
The futon?
He's asking if I nap on the futon.
Do we nap on?
I only if the boss isn't there.
Shit.
And I did not find it on Craigslist. It's brand new from. I'm not saying.
No, yeah, we're not gonna plug where we got it from, but I'll be honest with you. I mean, here we are. It's 8:39 our time, and
Okay, one more question, then we'll wrap it up.
we have
We still have
some
to
more
print.
stuff to print up, and okay, yeah, we're gonna
Jason
wrap
had a
this,
really
this up
good
here
question.
soon.
Sorry, Grizzly,
but,
I'm not answering about the same.
we do nap on the futon. If that's what you're wanting to know, we nap on the futon. That's why we got the futon, so we can kick it a little bit, because I mean, sometimes manually printing can be exhausting, especially the hours that we work. So don't be fooled if you're starting up a new screen printing business thinking that you're going to be working 9 to 5. You're not. You're not. It's not. If you're going to be a business owner, I mean, from the time you go to sleep to the time you wake up, you're eating, drinking, shitting. You're,
Ew.
your life is your business, really. I mean, there's other things you can fit into, but I mean, it's work.
The gnome is holding a
it's
beer and a
not-
vape.
I mean, we enjoy it.
Yes, we do.
It, but also at the same time, it's not. It doesn't feel like work. So when you don't feel like it's work, it's, what is that saying?
If you enjoy what you do, it's not work.
Yeah, if you enjoy what you do, it's not work, and
Okay.
we enjoy it. Although sometimes it can be work.
So
I'm not gonna lie.
Jason had a question that I think would be really relevant to our recent situation. He was asking about it's time to move up into a shop. What happened with that? What's like the aha moment?
So if you want to move into a shop, what is the moment? I mean, really and truly, I mean, are you turning down business, Jason? Or I mean, if you're turning down business, then
Hey, Eric.
that might be either a indicator to
Congratulations, Eric.
to hire someone on at your house or wherever it is you live. They have, or wherever your shop is, you might need to hire somebody on, or get a shop. Because I will say, and Shannon can vouch to this, that as soon as we got this place and we put up all the graphics and crap on the front door, before we even started live streaming, somebody came in and they're like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and place this order. It's 12 shirts and we're charging what?
I don't even remember.
Roundabout.
A lot. I think the total order is like 300 or something. 320 something, I think.
And she just kind of like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and pay that. So, I mean, one of the things that we were scared of was how is this going to go? Because we're so used to being in the shop. I mean, excuse me, the garage. And then as soon as we moved into the shop, um, I will say that it's been, at least in our particular shop and area.
Jason said he's actually started to turn down business.
Dude, Jason, if you're turning down business, that's when you need to hire somebody. Man.
But
At
his
least
garage is
part-time.
in his shop, so he doesn't know about employees in there.
What's now?
His garage is in his shop, so he doesn't know about like having employees in
You mean
there.
his shop is in his garage?
Yeah. We've been doing this for a while, okay? We've been on this. We need to wrap this up, honey.
Yeah, I know. Jason, I know we were in the same position. I think we were very fortunate that we worked together in the sense that we could help pick up the slack for one another.
He doesn't pay me, but he lets me drink on the job, so it's all good. And I get to dye my hair blue.
This is our income.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, I'm gonna go over and kick you in the ass.
No, you're here to steal my vape. All right, wrap it up because we gotta go. Like we've been, we need to print, and we've been on there for over an hour and a half.
Okay. So, give me one moment here while I drop kick Shannon in the head. I mean, not really.
Grizzly's asking if he hasn't printed anything in 5 weeks. What is he doing wrong? You're not marketing yourself, dude. You're not getting a good. You don't have a. Do you have a website? Are you asking for references? Are you going out there and marketing yourself, advertising for yourself, finding Google business listings? Hell, you know what? Like a lot of times, what we've kind of like come up with is just going business to business. We haven't actually done that because it's hot, and I complain a lot, but. You know, it's just like coming up with like, you know, ways to make more people aware of you and just developing a rapport with your clients. Because like I was talking about earlier, when you got a good rapport, they will do anything. I had a lady come in and we ended up doing 2 shirts. We tried to do it heat press and it was just way too complicated. It took me like 3 hours to get one vinyl done and it looked like a puzzle piece by the end of it. And so we decided, you know what, screw it. We'll just screen print it.
Shannon
She cried. She was so happy and touched. She cried. And then while she was there, I just asked her, hey, would you mind reviewing us on Facebook and Yelp? She's like, oh my God, yes. And it's just kind of things like that. So thank you, Imagination Apparel. You have a great day.
Yeah, we appreciate it, man. I don't know if you're tuning out, but we appreciate you enjoying the two of us.
Apparently he's like dicking with me. Thanks, Grizzly.
What was it? What was it that we were talking about?
Employees in the shop.
Employees in the shop. Dude, just go for it. You know, you're gonna find somebody. If you find somebody that is cool with your situation, bring them in because I've had just experience from family members where they're growing their own business and it was home based and eventually they outgrew their home. Bring somebody in. If they're cool with it, just explain the situation. I think that was one of the issues that for us personally was like say for instance the screen printing classes and bringing in, we thought about bringing in an intern to handle some of the graphic design portions of everything. And I get where you're coming from, but at the same time, we moved on to the next step. So it really wasn't. I would say if we were still at home doing it, yes, we would eventually have brought on somebody. Don't let the home portion of it discourage you, really, because there's people that are hungry and that are that can help your business and help you. So, I mean, give it a shot. Give it a shot. If it doesn't work out, then hey, whatever. I mean, um, I had hired someone to print while I was doing it full time. That was a family member that came in, and it didn't work out. They were just lazy as hell, and it didn't work out. I wish it would have worked out, but it didn't. But in your situation, if you can find someone where it works out,
He just doesn't want to get fined for to have an employee in a residential space.
yeah, and I get that. I mean, you'll have to check your local laws and regulations and all that, but I mean, really, what it comes down to, who gives a shit where your business is at? It's when it's at home, it's a little bit of a weird factor. Wouldn't you say, Shannon?
I really loved working from home. I'm not gonna lie.
No, but like, let's say if we had hired an employee.
I don't know. I think it's a little different for you and me because it's the two of us, and I don't know how comfortable I would have felt with a stranger there, especially if you
There
had
you
to
go.
do something. It's a little different for me because I'm a girl, and I don't really feel comfortable with strange men in my home, which is also my business. But if it's two guys, I mean, that's a completely different situation. It's just when it's me in there with it, I just get nervous just because I don't know this guy.
Well, that's to me, I would call that a weird factor, a little bit of a weird factor.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
okay.
So Jason, if it's just you and the person that you find is cool with it, and
Oh no, Jason is fine. Don't worry about it.
whomever is involved in your home situation.
Grizzly's calling me the Swiffer gnome.
Dude, can I finish?
I am sorry. Okay, we have to finish this. We have to print. Okay.
And we have to eat dinner. Okay, so, I try it. Give it a try. You know what? I mean, you never know. You might end up with a full-time employee and grow your business and get out of the house, and it will be a great situation for you. So, there you have it.
Okay.
Next question.
No, we're done. We have to wrap this up. All right, guys. Everyone that's stuck with us for this long, we thank you. It's like we said, it's my first time, his second time going live, and we appreciate anyone that's, tuned in even for a little bit. It's been great. We're going to get better. We're going to learn how to stop getting distracted. Both of us are very, very, very easily distracted. And honestly, from a personal note, I just want to say thank you guys for being so nice to me. I was pretty nervous about doing this, and I'm never going to listen to this like playback because I'm gonna be like stupid embarrassed. But you guys have been very, very nice, very supportive, and I can't wait to do this again with you. And that's just a little thank you from the shop gnome.
Yeah, we really appreciate everybody that has tuned in, and
I know Grizzly's a good dude. Squirrel. Sorry, Jason just said it, so I think it just came out. Like that was not intentional.
That's a little bit of our mentality is. I mean, if you've been tuned into the show, we can go off into the tangents, and that's just kind of the people that we are, really. I mean, if we're talking about one thing, Shannon's gonna start tuning in, but eventually we tend to come back to what it is to try and answer your question. It just takes us some
time, but we'll work on that. And Grizzly, you're hilarious, just so you know. You're very distracting though. Like holy crap.
But it was great hanging out with everybody, and I mean we hope you guys learned at least a little something from what.
Damn it, Grizzly! It's not a Swiffer. Go on. I'm sorry.
I'm talking about?
Sorry. Okay.
I'm gonna have to have a fucking a damn a little switch to turn you on and off. So I don't. Hey, we appreciate you guys tuning in. We appreciate y'all tuning in.
Thank you for her.
Don't forget, guys, that don't forget to subscribe. Go to our Facebook page. Give our Facebook page a like. Go over to Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. If you're watching this video and you're a first-time viewer, you're new to this channel, subscribe to our channel, man. You know, we're gonna shoot the shit straight with these what I don't even know what the hell I'm getting at.
I think we need to go. I think.
Anyways, we're gonna wrap it up. So, subscribe, like, ding the bells. That way you get notifications next time we upload a video. As always, don't forget that we are an official rep for Catspit Productions. So use Mikey Designs, the promo code to get a discount, and also it kicks commission our way. So that way we can support this channel. And guys, we're going to get out of here. We really appreciate everybody that has tuned in. And
for the love of God, somebody read my blog. It's a beginner's thing, but still.
And go to the website and read Shannon's blog. We're starting to blog as often as we can.
Technical difficulties, so there's like a pause in it.
If you watch our videos, you know what that's all about. Is about you know what, this more cool.
Oh my God! I started it over again. We have to go.
This more cool video shit's gonna show up for way too long for me to put little squares.
Okay.
Over this way, but guys, hey man, we had a lot of fun, and we'll see you guys next Monday, right, Shannon?
I'm so distracted by Grizzly. Okay, one last question. Is there a set time for these lives?
Hold on. Wait one second.
We're going to be doing
hold on.
Hopefully from 7 to 8. It's not going to be like it was this time. I think we're just excited, so we just kept going on. And I'm sorry about your cousin Bobby.
Sorry about that. That was supposed to be my outro.
I think we need to go. Sorry about your cousin. And Catspit is... Well, an actual cat spitting is disgusting, but Jonathan from Catspit and that company is awesome. So it's just a fun name. I'm going to go because I'm just cut me off.
Dude, I'm gonna unplug your microphone.
That sounds good. I'm leaving. Bye, guys.
Okay, the shop gnome has left the building. Okay, guys. Well, like I said before, so. Man, we really appreciate everybody tuning in that has tuned in. And like I said, just subscribe to our channel. We'll be doing this every Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time. Tune in. Be sure to subscribe, follow us, and all that good stuff. We have some more tutorial videos and all that crap. And we'll produce some more videos as well as these live feeds. So let us know what you would like to see as far as content for the next show. And until the meantime, guys, we'll see you next time.